Guys, how are we doing? I'm Ryan Mack, welcome back to Trading Guys. I'm going to fly through the fundamentals this week, alright? As you know, let's just get into it. Notebook and pen, you're going to write currency strengths or trades, whatever you want. I've just wrote currency strengths at the top, then you're going to write strong, weak, and neutral. Okay, so let's do that now. Strong, weak, and neutral. Now, the reason why we do that is so that at the end of it all, you write down which economies are strong / currencies, weak and neutral. You ignore the neutral, and you aim to then trade a strong economy with a weak economy, and that's what's going to give you an uptrend or a downtrend. That's exactly how you do it, all right? Excuse me. I try my best not to cough the whole way through the fucking thing. It drives me insane as well, guys. But like when you live in Jakarta, it's polluted as fuck, and you always feel as if you've got like something stuck in your throat as if you need to spit, but then nothing ever comes out. You know, it's a pain in the ass. But the good news is I am fine. I was at the hospital the other day just to get everything checked, X-rays, blah blah. Like, yeah, your sound is just fucking gopping pollution. So the good news is I'm not gonna die, and we can carry on doing fucking fundamentals. So as you know, guys, I do each currency / economy individually, one by one, except from AUD, China, and New Zealand, and it's because they are very closely correlated. Okay, if China's doing well, Oz will do well. If China's doing bad, Oz will do bad. That's called positive correlation. If it's USD, when USD does well, AUD usually does bad. Not always, but usually, you know. And when USD is not doing well, AUD does well. It's called negative correlation when they move in polar opposites from each other, right? So, let's see. Now, we've got all this Trump, tariff, trade wars, trade agreements, blah, blah, blah. Remember, these things that we're seeing just now, these are just like little emergency plasters. They're not done deals, okay? So, like, we're not out the woods yet. Things have just kind of, all right, you know, I'll do this for you, you do this for me. I'll give you 90 days off to decide what you really want to do here. You know, that's what it's like. Well, it's not what it's like, that's what it fucking is, okay? That's what's happening right now. So, yeah, there's a little bit more stability in the markets. However, it is not solidified, guys. This is not a trade deal. You know, this sometimes you'll look at stuff and you'll be like, oh, China and America have just made a trade deal. They're going to cut the rates from 145% to 30%. And no, they haven't made a fucking trade deal. They've made a mild handshake agreement at best. Okay, look, I don't want to put any pressure on you. Let's try and fix this. Okay, you know. When you broke up with your missus, you're like, yeah, let's just try and give it another shot. You're like, alright, fuck it, let's give it a bash. Doesn't mean you're going to get married next week, right? You can fucking end up fighting with her again in 2 weeks' time, be like, yeah, fuck this, I hate you, and just leaving. It's exactly the same. That's the kind of situation we're in right now, guys, okay? It's like breaking up with one of your missus, your ex-missus. So, let's just see what day are we on? 17th. Is that this? Yeah, because it's Saturday, so it'll still say this week. Okay. So, Oz had quite good numbers, believe it or not. So let's have a look. Bullish. I mean, it's still minus, but it's bullish because it's a lot more increase. But it's still not good. Wage price index, bullish. Bullish for China. Negative for China. That's not good. Well, it's bearish. It's not the be all and end all. CB lead index not good. Negative, bearish, bullish. MI inflation expectations bearish, mildly. Employment change massively bullish. Unemployment is very stable. So those two of them are bullish. You know, they're good. Business manufacturing index, that's bullish. Inflation expectations. Okay. What did I have Oz at before? Let's have a quick look. Because I missed it last week. My bad, guys. I've been so freaking busy with other events and stuff. That's probably the only week where I've missed a fundamental review was last week. You know, since last year. An entire year, honest to God. Yeah, I had it strong. Yeah, I still had it strong. Okay, and I would still keep. So I'm going to be keeping AUD as strong. AUD, because it is doing really well just now, and China's doing well. And weak NZD. Let's see what we've got coming up. this week. PPI for New Zealand, unemployment rates, China, yeah. We have got cash rate, yeah, okay. Want to see if they're going to cut rates. Oh, they're looking to cut rates. Trade balance, okay, it's not going to have much effect. There's nothing that we really care about. Nothing major coming up this week for AUD or NZD. Alright, so let's move on. We'll get through this quite quick today, guys, because my little boy. It's quite hard to do this when you get a little baby now, you know, because their sleeping is so bloody temperamental. The minute they go to sleep, you're like, fuck, now's actually the time where I should do, you know, my life fundamentals. But then you do the life fundamentals and then you wake them up. It's like, for fuck's sake. So, let's see. Building permits month on month. Bearish, bullish, bearish, bearish, and bearish, yeah. Canada is weak. I've had Canada down as weak for a long time, and you know, oil, they're not getting any money from oil. Oil's melting, and oil still sells for me. Even if oil starts to come up just now, oil still sells for me, guys, 1,000,000% all day long, right? It's a massive downtrend, but there's no real value to sell it just now. You need to wait for a pullback to get an area of value to then take it back down. You could counter trend trade it, you know, and take buys. I just don't counter trend trade, okay? I don't do it. I just wait for it to come back and go in. CPI month on month. Okay, so for CAD, we've got CPIs next week, next Tuesday. Well, this Tuesday, sorry. Coming up. Core retail sales. Okay, so we've got CPI, right? So we have got some news that we really want to see. It's not going to have a massive effect, but it will give us an idea. It's still something we want to see, right? It'll give us a good idea of how the Canadian economy is shaping up. I don't even know why I check this. Do you know what? I think I'm going to stop checking this because it's just pointless. Yeah, it's always pointless checking CHF. CHF is just always neutral for me, always, and the reason for that is it's only really tradable, not based on, you know, this kind of fundamental data, because it never has any. It's tradable based on the market sentiment, whether it's a risk on sentiment or risk off. If markets are risk on, then you want to be looking to sell CHF, right? If markets are risk on, then you want to be looking to buy CHF, okay? That's it. Let's go this week, sorry. So what do we have for euro? Bullish, stagnant. But I mean, it's still strong, you know, if it's a sign of CPI. Bullish, bearish, 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 bullish. It's quite good news. That's quite good data for the euro. I wouldn't be putting it, you know, straight into strong. It is quite good data. What did I have it before? I think I had euro at, maybe I'm going to put it in neutral, but let's see what I had it before. Where is it? I don't know where my last one is. I'm going to put it at, I've got one here, but it's from like 3 weeks ago. I'm going to put euro at neutral. I think I'd previously done it at week, because Eurozone is, in fact, did I have it at week? Let me just see if I can find how many weeks. Yes, I did have it 1, 2, 3 weeks in a row. I've had it at week, but I've missed 2 weeks because I'd done it, but even I didn't do last week's, and then the week before it, I'd done it on my computer over there, so I had written it on the actual computer screen and not in my bloody notebook. They're good number. Ah, see, look, you've still got all this. Yeah, I'm gonna keep it. Let's just have a look. One more. I mean, it's month on month. If they were year on year, etc., then I'd think it. But they're just month on month, so it's, you know, it's picking up, and that's really pretty abysmal, you know. Pretty stagnant. Yeah, I'm gonna keep euro at week. Now, so you could argue what the fuck is it? You could argue that it's neutral, right? You could, but I'm just gonna keep it a week. And then, you know, in my mind, I know myself, you know, when I'm okay trading against certain pairs, if it would be weaker against that pair or stronger against that pair. GVP, let's have a look. Pound was actually showing some decent. Let's have a look at the week before, because I never saw that, did I? See, bearish, slight increases, but they're still bearish, bearish, bullish, and a rate cut. Then we have bullish, oh wait, claimant count change. That's not bullish, sorry, that is bearish. I always say, remember, don't be fooled that it's green. Claimant count change, that means it's increased, so don't be fooled that that's green. You know, it nearly caught me out there just because I was trying to fly through it. Have a look, excuse me. Previously, there was minus 60, let's just say 17, minus 17,000 people claiming, and now there is over 5,000, so it's increased by 20,000, right? People claiming, that's not good. The reason why it's green is because it was predicted to be much higher, okay, but it came in better than projected. Oh, excuse me, guys. It came in better than forecasted, I should say, and so that's why Forex Factory has made it green, okay? That's not good news, that's negative, because there's a lot more people. There's 20,000 people claiming that weren't claiming last time. Average earnings has decreased, not good. Unemployment rate increased, not good. 10-year bond increased slightly. GDP month on month decreased, that's bearish. Again, don't get fooled that it's green, because look, it was predicted to come, it was forecasted to come in at 0%. It's came in higher than forecast, but look, it's came in less than before, right? So that's a decrease, that's not good. So again, bearish, bullish, still bearish because it's a deficit. Index of services, slightly bullish, bearish, bullish. Still not good. Not good. Wait, I'm sure there was good numbers last week for the pound. Has that shown me everything? I'm positive last week I looked on and there was quite good numbers for the pound. Maybe it was Aussie I was thinking about. Alright, so we've got CPI coming up this week for pound. That'll be good to know. Flash manufacturing services, blah blah blah. Yeah, okay. So let's see what we've got. Okay, that's predicting for it to reach 50. If it does, remember, anything above 50 and above is bullish. Anything below 50, 49.9 downwards, is bearish, okay? So, yeah, let's see. Pound, I'm going to keep pound at, did I have it at, yeah, I had it a week. I'm going to keep it a week. They are showing signs of growth, so some may argue that potentially it is, again, neutral, you know, trying to push strong, but I don't think it is. My personal opinion is it's weak. It's not. I'm not seeing any major strength here at all in the pound. Let's have a look last week. Bearish, bullish, Japanese yen, weak again. Okay. Now, like I was saying, if you look at yen pairs just now and you're like, well, look, yen's got strength, you have to remember where that's coming from, right? It's not coming from fundamental data, like it's not coming from their economy, is what I should say. It's coming from market sentiment, right? The last kind of 2 weeks, the markets have been in risk off, which means nobody wants to take risk in the markets because everything's up in the air, right? It's like one day the S&P's up 1,000 points, the next day it's back down 1,000 points. You're like, what the fuck is going on, right? Nobody knew. It's just anytime Trump makes a tweet, the fucking markets just go nuts, right? So what does that breed? That breeds uncertainty in the markets. When there's uncertainty in the markets, people don't want to risk their money, right? So they take the risk off the table, right? Market sentiment moves from being risk on, like, yes, let's go, markets are good, let's make hay when the sun shines, to, oh, I don't know what's happening here, guys. Don't really want to be risking my money. I want to let the markets cool down first. We'll reevaluate it later. So let's take our money out of riskier assets like USD, where all this uncertainty is, and pound and blah, blah, blah. Let's put it into safe haven currencies and assets like gold, Japanese yen, Swiss franc, New Zealand, you know, and that's where you get this strength coming from in these pairs. It's nothing to do with their economic strength because they're fucked. It's to do with them being safe haven currencies, okay? That's where it comes from. So yeah, Japanese yen is weak. And last but not least, this is going to be quite a quick video this week, thank God. 15 minutes, boom. Bullish, bullish, bearish, bullish. Don't be fooled that it's red, right? It's an increase. It's only red because it came in less than forecasted, but it is better than previous. So that's a growth, okay? So bullish, bullish, bearish, bullish, bearish, bearish. But they're month on month, so we don't really care about that, right? It's not month on month is kind of what's happening now in the micro, your hourly chart, your 4 hour, but we want to look at the macro, right, the big picture. So we want to look at quarter on quarter, year on year, because that's where you see if an economy is really growing, you know. If it's just a month on month, you only see what's happening right now. You don't see what's happening, is it a strong economy, right? It's just, it's strong this week type stuff, okay? That you have to know the difference between micro and macro. I follow macro, the bigger picture. But yeah, still not good. Bearish, 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 bearish. Pretty sticky. So I mean that's still not good. But bearish. Still bearish because it's minus, but you know, far more bullish. That's good news. Look. Bearish. Yeah. Sorry, bullish. Bearish. Bullish, bullish, still bullish. Things are slowing down, but it's still bullish. It's above 50. Bullish and bullish. So that's very mixed data, right? I mean, I'd still say overall, excuse me, the US economy is quite strong. We do have to be cautious. Bonds are at a government bonds are at a kind of all-time high. The bond yield is at a kind of all-time high, and we could be looking at, it's either going to blast through it, or you're going to get major pullbacks and stuff, right? It's all going to depend on how the real tariff/trade war deals are made, right? Not just these little plasters like, yeah, okay, I'll give you a 90-day pause, let's see what happens. We need to see the real deal, right? What's the real outcome going to be? This week, just FMOC bollocks. Then we've got manufacturing PMI. Unemployment claim. So let's see what this week brings. For me, overall the US is a strong economy, but taking into account it's kind of risk off, and you're getting good numbers, but there's other things outside of just these numbers we need to take into consideration. I'm still going to keep it as strong for now, right? But in my mind, like, if we get another shoddy week this week, then I'm going to change it to neutral, okay, and just wait and see what happens after that. But it is still a strong economy just now, guys. Like I always say, just because an economy has a little shitty week doesn't mean that, oh, that's it, it's fucking collapsing. It's just little pullbacks, you know. That is it, guys. That is it. I'm going to wrap it up here because I've got tons to do. Obviously, I've got my little boy trying to get his head down now, and my wife is going to kill me if I stay on here any longer and wake him up. So, yeah, if you're trading this week, just be careful. There's not too much crazy news, but markets are still very uncertain, okay? Don't risk too much money. Don't trade too much. If you come on to check your technical analysis side of it, and you're looking for your entry points, and you don't see what you're looking for in a setup, then just simply don't take the fucking trade, right? Because at that point, if you do, you're just gambling. And if you're watching my videos and you're thinking to yourself, what the hell is Ryan talking about? What does he mean if you're looking on technical analysis and you're waiting to see your trade setup? What the hell is he talking about a trade setup? Then you, my friend, need mentorship, okay? And you can get mentorship with us on the Trading Guys, okay? www.thetradingguys.com. Sign up there and you can jump into our Discord. And we have videos for education, which you need to watch first of all and obviously learn. But on top of that, we also have full-blown mentorship, okay, where we guide you step by step, day by day. I always post in the group, lads, there's no trades for me today. Does anyone want to do one-to-ones? And we'll run through examples and we can do it, okay? But it's important, you need to watch the videos first, because then I'm just going to be monotonously saying the same shit week after week after week, right? And obviously being me, if you're doing that for 2-3 years, it starts to fucking destroy your soul, you know? So that's why we do it that way, okay? I'm Ryan Mack. This is trading, guys. Have a great week. Don't over risk, don't over trade, and stay fresh. See you soon.